Greetings, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Welcome back to my Astroneer series. Today, a little bit of a quick one. We're just going to attend to some unfinished business on... and I've forgotten the name of it already. Hey, that's alright. We'll see it in a minute. So, find yourself somewhere comfy and let's get the show on the road. Desolo. I don't know why I have such a mental block with that name, but yeah, it's all good. We're just hopping over here to Desolo. We're very, very, very unprepared. And that's not to say for everything. We did actually come very prepared to do the main thing that we came here to do, which is we're going to activate the core of Desolo, so we can cross that one off our list. However, retrospectively, I can say, yeah, there was more that we should have done before we came here, and it's to do with the Desolo mat. We really should have brought the materials for that just to save ourselves a trip. Yeah, we'll save that one for another episode. When I recorded this footage, I was pretty out of it. I'd been battling with some neck and head achy kind of pain for a while. I was pretty tired, so I just thought, hey, let's do something nice and easy. And yep, this is exactly what we ended up doing. So we've just assembled our rover. It's actually, everything is, at least as far as equipment goes, everything is exactly what we used on Silver. But on Silver we actually printed two rovers. We left the base rover for the one that we went to the core of Silver in. That rover is still sitting there, that large buggy. But we printed a second one, and that's the one that we're going to lug around everywhere. Now, it sort of saves us a bit of messing around with having to bring it back from wherever I end up leaving it. I didn't need a large rover on Desolo. I mean, Desolo's pretty small. We've already got the small tractor there. It's good enough for getting around, at least for the moment. We're just we're focusing on having a large rover on each of the planets just to help us with future resource gathering efforts. Other than that, don't really need them. Now, we've gone down into the core of Desolo, and when I say into the core, I mean literally into the core. The moons are a bit different in that regard. They're obviously smaller, but they don't have that sort of last sort of crust layer that's as thick as the planets do. And so it's just so much easier sometimes to just literally drill down to where I am now at the core and do what you need to do, turn around and then, you know, drive off. So that's pretty much what we're going to do with Desolo. I can't actually remember what we did with the moon of Asanya, but that's alright. That episode came out ages ago, and like all things, stuff like that tends to fall out of my head. So yeah, hooray. Now, in terms of materials that we need to activate this core, we need zinc, basically. So you need to get spherolite and smelt it, and that will get you some zinc. As you can see, we have 2 pieces of zinc on our backpack there ready to go. We do continue to want to activate or create 2 geometric triptychs. One, of course, we need to actually unlock the core, and then the second one is for a future effort. For the moment, I'm just collecting all of those on Silver until I'm actually ready to make use of them. So, yeah. Anyway, we're back here. We've got our materials. We're going to drop our... Nope, tethers don't go in there. Zinc is what goes in there. So that's our first triptych. And then we'll chuck that on our backpack, drop the zinc on, get our second one, and then, look, the ritual's pretty straightforward with these. We then just need to run back around to what is currently our ceiling. You know, gravity's kind of fun in the core of the planet. And chuck a triptych on there. That will now unlock Desolo for us, and that will give us, boom, 5 cores. So we only have 2 left. We need Glacio, and we need... And I'm back to forgetting words again. Oh, I love forgetting stuff. It's awesome. Aatrox. Yes, I knew it would get there eventually. Yes, we need to activate Glacio and Aatrox to get that achievement knocked out. We will get to those in due time, but for the moment, we're done with activating the core of Desolo. We just drove back up to the surface. We're going to chuck all of the bits and pieces back on the shuttle. We're not quite done though. We've identified there's a couple of materials that are in abundance nearby that we don't have a lot of back on Silver, so that's why I've brought these couple of resource canisters. We're going to gather some clay because, oh my lord, there is a ton of it around our Desolo base. So we're going to grab a bunch of clay, and we're also going to go and grab a bunch of, and forgetting words again, Wolframite, that's the one, for tungsten. So we need more tungsten because we've burnt through our back stash of it that we've got on Silver. And, well, I mean, we've only really got 2 places we can get it. We can get it here on Desolo, or we can go to Calidor. Now, since we're already here on Desolo, I thought, why not? Let's just get it here. So we're going to end up taking a, I won't say a full canister, but a reasonably full canister of clay and a reasonably full canister of Wolframite back to Silver by the end of this episode. So that was our sort of multi-step mission for this particular trip to Desolo. Alright, well, that brings our gathering expedition to an end, as well as our efforts on Desolo. That was really the only 2 things that I wanted to knock out while I was here. We've done that, so we're just going to pack up our rover back onto this storage tower-y thing, load up the shuttle, and then head back to Silver. Now, we're going to be doing more with Desolo in another episode in the future, but for the moment we're done, and we're just going to whack a packager on this rover to shrink it back down so it will fit on the shuttle. And there we go. So we can just plug all this back into the shuttle and we'll be good to go. Now, speaking of things that are good to go, the end of the episode is good to go. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Until next time, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you have yourself an absolutely fantastic day.